Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cinema Savvy, and welcome back to another review from this year's London Film Festival. And it's the big one. It's the biggest film of the festival, I want to say, at least from what's been advertised. We've got a new Scorsese film that's out. It's called Killers of the Flower Moon, and my God, it is. I'm just going to come straight out the gate and just say it is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. A must-watch film straight away. That's just my initial kind of impressions on it. I'm going to go into the review in a bit about this just film that I'm in awe with. But first of all, please follow us on our socials. Go and follow us on the Linktree link in the description below to keep updated with all the different films we're watching at the festival. So we've got a Twitter thread running at the moment. We've also got kind of daily updates on the Instagram, and you can follow us on our Facebook and also on our Letterboxd as well for other film-based things, and just to keep track of what's coming out on the channel, because there's so many reviews that I've been at least getting through, and George is going to be hopping on for some more, and we've been really busy this year. So please go and follow us on our socials, because we've been busy for a reason. We've been recording videos. So please go and just see on there when the videos are coming out and everything like that, so you can keep up to date with things. Let's just go straight into it and say that this is straight away going to be probably odds-on favorite for Best Picture. If we're talking about Oscars and awards season and everything like that, which is what we always love to do when it comes around to the film festival, this film's going to be an easy shoo-in for a Best Picture nomination, Best Director nomination, Best Actor nomination, Best Supporting Actor nomination, Best Actress or Supporting Actress, depending on how they go with Lily Gladstone. Every single category I could see kind of that would be going for, outside of, your sound mixing and various different other things like that. This film is going to be up there on all of them. I wouldn't be too surprised if this didn't get the most nominations going into this Oscars. The film is fantastic. So I'll give you a rundown of the plot synopsis, because some people may be just tuning in and going, "Oh, what is this film? I didn't know Scorsese was making another film. Oh boy, has he!" So members of the Osage tribe in the United States are murdered under mysterious circumstances in the 1920s, sparking a major FBI investigation involving J. Edgar Hoover. That's hilarious as far as a plot synopsis, because that is it's a sideshow to what the actual kind of main film is. I know the film is about the murders, and the film does kind of start by introducing the murders once it introduces Lady Gladstone's character. But it's more about kind of corruption and how a soul gets corrupted by greed. Which, I mean, Scorsese does greed so well. That's his kind of main kind of area for filmmaking, showing greed in various different lights in various different lifestyles and showing how it corrupts. And this film is once again a film that is purely about the greed of one man and how it infects everyone else, kind of trickling down. You've got stand-up performances from, I guess, the lead actor in the film, Leonardo DiCaprio, playing Ernest Buckhart. I've seen funny things out there of people saying he's unrecognizable in this role, blah, blah, blah. No, he is definitely Leonardo DiCaprio in this role. Is not to say that it's one of his best in his career, because this is one of his best performances in his career. He gets a lot of room to work with. This is a long film. It's 3 hours, 26. So you're sat in for a long time, and he gets a lot of the screen time. He gets a lot of the acting. He gets a lot to work with here, and that lends itself to the film. When you've got a strong actor like that, who you can just shove into any role and let loose with it, that's going to work. He's acting alongside a terrifying performance from Robert De Niro, where I want to say it's a return to form for him, because I mean, he's one of those actors who have taken on kind of films like Bad Grandpa, or what it wasn't called Bad Grandpa, was it? Or it was something along those lines. The one with Zac Efron. And I know that his performances in the Fockers franchises and Meet the Fockers, Little Fockers, various different things, he gets kind of good comedy creds for the first one, but then past that, it's kind of. I haven't really seen him much in anything else outside of The Irishman. I mean, realistically, that was kind of his comeback film and stuff like that. But realistically, this right here for me was his, his big announcement back into the world. he's fascinating. He's such a kind-hearted, lovely, backstabbing character. And I mean, Scorsese's able to get so much out of his actors. I want to point out one of the best performances of the year from Lily Gladstone, who I also haven't seen in many different things. I don't think I've seen her in anything before. I'm just having a look for her IMDb here. It is the first thing I've seen her in, and she was phenomenal. Like, break out onto the world stage, immediately win kind of whether they go for best actress or best supporting actress. I feel like it's almost a shoo-in for the performance in this film. And I think one of the big things here about Scorsese was that he wanted representation for the film. So I did a little bit of digging, because it's a real life event. It's it's a biopic. There is a book based around it, and you know he read the book and he wanted to make the film. And after kind of realizing that he wanted to make the film, he immediately went and talked to some chiefs of kind of Native American tribes, just so that he could get them on board and get kind of better accounting and kind of testimony, and make it a more accurate film in that sense. So this film, I'm sure people will pick it apart and stuff like that for various different things that go on in it, but it's been given kind of the blessing, shall we say, of families who lived through it, and also of the entire culture behind it, just to make sure it's right. You've got the Native Americans, like original tongue, their original language in the film itself. There is a lot of representation from a variety of different character performances in this film, whether all Native American or descendants of Native American actors or actresses, which is fantastic to see. It's such a well put together film. Every single performance I can't fault a single performance. It's an epic of a film. It does go on for a long amount of time, but you're drawn into it, and you're drawn into kind of the story, and you are just sat there and you cannot move. You physically cannot move from the screening because you are glued to it. It really draws you in. And once again, writing team, Scorsese, Eric Roth, and David Gran. So Eric Roth, he's done loads of films before. I don't think I've recognized David Gran just from kind of first instinct, kind of looking at things. I haven't seen any of his stuff. But he wrote the book. There we go, behind the film. But it's fantastic, this film. I cannot praise it enough. One of my favorites, actually, from Scorsese. I always go to, you got your Goodfellas, and then past that, I usually go to The Departed. I quite like The Departed. But, for me, this is going to be up there. This is an instant classic. It's one where you will just straight away, like, yeah, it's I words don't even describe it. And people were saying the same coming out of the cinema. It's very rare that you come out of a screening and you go, yep, straight away 5 stars. Yep, give that all the awards straight away. And this is one of those rare instances that I was very happy that I was able to see a screening of it. The cinematography is excellent. The shot selection and everything like that is brilliant in certain scenes. It feels like a proper kind of gangster western is the best way of putting it. It has that kind of gangster flair of what Scorsese does best, which is kind of showing real scumbags of characters, kind of, and putting them in almost in a hero's perspective. But really, he does turn the shoulder in this film and kind of say, actually, do you know what? It's pretty bad. In a similar way to The Irishman, kind of looks back on that kind of gangster life and goes, actually, it wasn't very glamorous. And then the massive kind of western twinge kind of set in the Midwest, dealing with oil fields and people vying for money and marrying into families just to get the wealth and everything like that, and the consequences of that, the murders that are taking place, who's organizing the murders, kind of why the murders, just everything involved was so expertly put together. I could genuinely go on and talk about this film for a lot longer, but I do want to keep this review quite short. I think this is going to be talked about for years to come. This isn't going to be one of those films that goes away. This is going to be put down as one of Scorsese's best, and for a director who's had such a seasoned career, to be able to pull this film out and, you know, to be able to get these acting performances out of it, create stars from it, and everything involved. You know, forgive the long run time. Sometimes you need a long run time to really tell the story, and this film uses every single second. Like, there's not a wasted scene, not a wasted image in this film that isn't put to use. It's absolutely fantastic, and it's just it's a film that makes you fall in love with cinema. It's a film that just goes, yeah, this is why kind of I watch films. This is why. You know, so I don't really know what else to say really. I mean, if I'm going for the awards, Leo, of course, will get a nomination for Best Actor. Robert De Niro will probably get a nomination for Best Supporting Actor, and then it's down to whether they put Lily Gladstone down as Best Actress or Best Supporting Actress. I think she's got a pretty good shout for both. As far as the films I've seen this week, I really enjoyed Natalie Portman's performance of kind of mimicking in her role in May December. But I still feel like Gladstone's kind of got this one sealed, if that makes sense, no matter what category she's put in. So it'll be fascinating to see come Oscar season. But if this film comes away with 0 wins across any of its categories, it would be an absolute crime. Because this is it's my second favorite film of the year so far, and it's the best film I've seen at the festival. It's the best kind of awards film that I've seen this year. Clear head and shoulders above the rest of the films we've seen so far in the festival. So absolutely fantastic. I cannot recommend it enough. And yeah, I think people should go and watch it. And I don't know whether we're going to do a bigger review when it comes out to the time, when it comes towards, you know, festival season, where we'll do it on our monthly movie show. Once George has seen it, we have a bigger discussion. But if you want to know when we do that, if we do that, please go and follow us on our socials. The Linktree link is down there in the description. And that will take you to all of our different social links. So our Twitter, our Facebook, our Instagram, and also our Redbubble and Letterboxd as well. Sorry. All the different things that you'll be able to get stuff. And yeah, please do go into the Redbubble link in the description, pick up some merch, so you're able to help support the channel. Anyway, thank you for this. This feels like me rambling, because when you get into that kind of swing of things with a film that you really enjoy, you do babble on a bit, because you're just like, wow, this was so good, and this was so good, and this was so good. This is a film that I just cannot sing enough praise for. I don't have any flaws with it. I don't have any faults. I don't have anything where I go, yeah, maybe they could have done that better. Like, no, this film is just a work of art. It's head and shoulders above the rest of the festival. So yeah, that's why I've been babbling on. But anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.